Hi all. So a while ago on YouTube, I stumbled down a wormhole of small kitchen appliance reviews. As I was looking to buy an air fryer and perhaps maybe a pressure cooker, that's when I stumbled across one of the worst YouTube chefs of all time. His name is Jack Scalfani, as I like to call him, Jack Salmonella Scalfani. I watch video after video of him butcher, sometimes quite literally, recipes. Imagine driving slowly past a multi-car pileup on the interstate. That's my face as I watched him teach the internet how to make partially cooked meals of varying types and taking awful and unneeded shortcuts to recipes that are already quick to prepare. The absolute horror of Jack's lazy man chefing, air quote, techniques to my boyfriend Tom. And now, since we can't unsee it, we are opening your eyes to it as well. I'm Michelle, and I welcome you to join us for this horrific journey, better known as Pink Chicken and the Lazy Man. Welcome back to Pink Chicken and the Lazy Man. So, I'm Michelle, Pink Chicken.
And I'm Tom, the Lazy Man.
And we welcome you back to Pink Chicken and the Lazy Man.
So we are back. We're going to do kind of like 1 1/4 podcast reviews here because we watched the last Cooking with Jack episode, the Camp Chef Smoker, and realized we never paid attention to his Mother's Day suggestions gift guide video. And we're like, yeah, that does not merit a full podcast of our time.
Breakfast for Dinner on the Camp Chef Smoker episode is only 3 minutes and like 35 seconds.
3 minutes and 45 seconds. This is Cinco de Mayo today. This is a Paco Taco Tuesday Cinco de Mayo for us. So Pink Chicken and I had a great taco dinner for tonight. And we decided, well, since Jack released a video today.
We were going to do the Friday episode, but the Friday episode was kind of a throwaway episode.
Yeah, he did not do any cooking with it.
Yeah, it was Jack recommending items from his...
It was his Mother's Day gift guide.
Right, but the Mother's Day gift guide was all the stuff from his affiliate link on Amazon.
We like to probe the dark recesses of Jack's psyche with our podcast, in addition to showing you what a terrible cook he is. So basically, you could imagine Jack was the type of kid that would grab something around the house on Mother's Day, wrap it up in the Sunday comics, or maybe rip out a page of his comic book, tape it up and give it to his mom, and his mom would have to pretend like, oh, sweetie, this is the most special thing you've ever given me. And it's like a salt and pepper shaker from the kitchen. That's what Jack's Mother's Day gift guide kind of felt like. Like, here, look, I have this thing. And he knows that his mom so pities him that...
She would just be like, oh, thank you, son. You're such a good son.
He's literally like a real-life Eric Cartman.
What? Yes. Ooh,
He doesn't know how bad he is because his mom's so doting on him. She's just like, anything you get me is fine, sweetie. You and I know she doesn't mean that, but Jack doesn't.
Wow.
Jack Cartman.
My mind has been blown. So there were like 10 items on that list.
Yeah, about 10 items.
Let's be honest here. If you came into your mother's house with, say, I don't know, an egg beater and be like, here, mom, I bought you this for Mother's Day. What would your mom do? She would beat you over the head with it. Like, let's be real here.
The worst Mother's Day I almost had with my mom when she was alive, God rest her soul. She had talked about, it was like a kitchen scrubber, or bathroom grout scrubber, this little rotary scrubber thing. I don't remember why she was fascinated with it, but she mentioned it several times during the course of like conversations. I was in like junior high school. I just happened to suggest to my stepdad, I'm like, Mom seems to be talking about this tile grouter scrubber thing. It's expensive. You know, would that be a proper present? Like I said, I'm maybe 13 or 12 at this point. And my stepfather pulled me aside and said, if you ever thought of getting anything tool related or housework related for your mother, she would beat you to death with it.
Yes.
And she wouldn't be wrong.
That's how I feel about it too. So like most of these suggestions...
I get the feeling that Jack never got that conversation. I just feel like I said,
I think that skipped right over his head.
I think he's literally Eric Cartman. He never got the conversation. Parents never leveled with him as an adult like, son, your mom is a person too. She likes to feel appreciated for a person, not your slave that you call mom. Other hot takes, there were at least 2 spelling mistakes in his titles.
Oh, well, yeah, obviously. Avocado is spelled not the way that he claims it is in that episode.
He spelled it with an A and not an O.
2 A's.
He also misspelled, the obvious one was the bacon mat.
The bacon mat.
Also, he recommended the Keurig Duo Plus. So again, again, he literally grabbed things around his kitchen because one of the first podcasts we did was on his Keurig Duo Plus.
Yeah, we talked about that.
His Keurig Duo Plus.
Yes.
That coffee spinner thing. He had his meat thermometer from his Amazon store. Oh, and then there was some that he just didn't even bother to look up the make and model of. He's like, here's the tiny chopper thing. It's like, Jack, you've used that in several of your videos because it has the little handle. It has the button on the handle.
Oh, yeah.
But he didn't, if you think about it, he didn't give you the model number. He didn't give you the make of it. He also had he mentioned like, Instant Pot makes an air fryer lid, but didn't bother to look up the pricing, didn't bother to look up what it was. It's just something that came to him.
What I don't understand is he's using the Ninja Foodie almost exclusively. He pulls out the Instant Pot every so often on whatever occasion. But the thing that he's hawking for his Mother's Day video is an Instant Pot topper lid, when you could just buy the Ninja Foodie that has both lids. Like, wouldn't you be pushing that since you're using it almost exclusively anyway?
I would love to see the rejection letter he got from Ninja brands. They're like, yeah, he's like, well, I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm an influencer. And they're like, no, we know, and you're not. You are not an influencer. In fact, you influence other people's products. Like, whatever you recommend, people buy the opposite.
Yeah.
So, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, but if you want to get your mom a present, don't watch the Jack gift guide for Mother's Day. That's our present to you for your Mother's Day, which is don't listen to anything Jack says. Not that if you're listening to us, obviously you don't take Jack very seriously.
No, don't buy your mom any kind of thing that's like gonna make her want to cook you food. You came from your mom, you're a spawn. Buy her something nice. Buy her bath bombs. Buy her flowers. Don't buy her something that's gonna make her cook for you more. What else do you want from her, you little heathen?
I'm telling you, it's because Jack is Eric Cartman in real life pathetic form. Eric Cartman's funny because Eric Cartman is a fictional cartoon character.
Right.
Jack Scalfani is
a real human.
Yes, a pathetic excuse for a human.
Yes. If you want to really impress your mom, take these gadgets that he's talking about, if you have them, or you want to buy them for yourself, and make your mom a nice dinner that's cooked all the way through properly and present it to her. She gave birth to you. You should be, willing to
express your gratitude.
Thank you. So let's get into, we're getting into...
That's not this episode. This episode is actually...
Well, yeah, let's get into...
because this episode is so short and weird.
Yeah, and it like we said, it's only 3 minutes and 45 seconds. It doesn't have the title card at the end.
Nope.
It doesn't have the Convoy of Hope. Although, earlier when I watched this, when it first came out, at the same time with Babish, as usual, it was marked as a fundraising video, but there's no Convoy
the fundraiser tag is
of
gone
Hope.
now.
Yeah, no, the tag is gone now. I don't know what the hell happened.
Either YouTube auto removed it because it didn't detect a fundraiser, or he just removed it later.
Here we go. We're starting breakfast for dinner on the Camp Chef Smoker.
Synchronize your watch-a-laters, or TVs, or however you watch the YouTube. Synchronize your YouTube watch-a-laters. We are counting down to 3, 2, 1. Starting the episode.
And
is this Jack's backyard?
Yeah, I guess so.
We got the little bubbleator pond. I don't remember his fence looking like that, other than the fact that he should power wash it, but doesn't. So he's showing off his Camp Chef Smoker.
Which is a really nice machine, honestly, but...
It's the Woodwind.
Here we go. We're gonna put
hand over the smoking coals.
It looks like he has, I guess,
family pack o' bacon.
No, it's not family pack. It's probably a pound of bacon based on what I'm seeing here. He put the whole pack on there.
Oh, do we want to talk about grill hygiene or lack thereof?
We'll discover that a little bit later in more detail, but yes, there is a cleanliness situation. So he's putting down some mesh.
So he lays down his first layer of bacon, and we had originally thought when we first started watching this that he might be cooking for that secret group he went to Kentucky to visit in the weird Onward to Kentucky video.
No, this is his own backyard. So this is a haphazardly put together
So he's
video.
cooking just for at most 3 people. Maybe Junior's girlfriend comes over. Maybe 4 people.
There's a lot of meat here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're in a smoker. It's not a grill. It's
8
a
biscuits,
smoker.
Lean keto.
Who smokes biscuits on a grill?
Well, no, it's a smoker. That's why it says the Camp Chef Smoker.
Why are you smoking biscuits?
Oh, now comes the most disgusting thing he's done. He's going to cook the eggs. He's only cooking 2 eggs on the sidekick griddle. that comes up in a weird title card in the middle of the video. But so rather than cook it with oil or
butter.
Oh, he cooks the potato first, or butter.
Yeah.
Jack decides to cook it with leftover bacon grease that I assume he pulled out of the grease trap, because we've never seen him save bacon grease before.
The griddle is super nasty from like the
Previous
elements. Like, I mean,
being left out.
Pollen or little.
Well, there's pine needles or something on the front of it.
And you can see it throughout the video. It's there. It's nasty.
Or dandelion.
Little seeds, dandelion seeds.
I forgot he did those potatoes first. And again, you're cooking fresh, you're trying to do a breakfast thing. You're trying to eat healthy, you're trying to eat right. And he dumps frozen potatoes because they already have the chopped up peppers and onions already in them. So again, lazy.
If there are really 3 or 4 people, this is a lot of food for 3 or 4 people.
Oh, it's a tremendous amount of food. And I don't understand the quantity. Like, you have 8 biscuits, almost 2 pounds of bacon, every sausage in the house, apparently, every one of the little breakfast sausages.
That looks like more than one package of sausage.
Well,
what do you
like
get most at like
family pack?
Maybe like 12 sausages in one thing? Like, that looks like 2 things of sausage. The bacon looks like 1 thing of bacon, like 1 container of bacon. The sausage looks like it's more than 1 container of sausage. Like, you might...
Well, it's over 2 dozen links. I'm counting. I'm counting on the screen right now. That's over 2 dozen links of sausage. So considering the number of people in his house, like, that's literally like that's between 6 and 9 links of sausage per person, along with 2 biscuits at least.
The biscuits looks like he only used 1 container of biscuits.
The question is, obviously only 1 person was going to eat eggs. Who's eating the eggs?
Yeah, there were only 2 eggs. Like, there's double or triple maybe of everything else depending on who we're serving here.
Do you think
there's only 2 eggs?
Do you think that's all Tammy wanted? She's like, I don't want any of your freaking breakfast
meats. Well, they
meats.
burn the eggs.
It makes me think these are the last 2 eggs in their house, and they were too lazy to go shopping for more, because when you see those eggs at the very end, it looks like pieces of chicken. I mean, it literally looks like burnt chicken.
Yeah, it does look
like burnt chicken breasts.
Yeah, it does.
And of course, when he dumps the eggs in, they were not seasoned. There's no salt, there's no pepper.
No.
Just dumps them out the Tweety bowl.
Like there's some kind of science experiment. Like, oh yeah, the egg, the yolk is still intact. Gross.
And if you notice, the sausage is only cooked on one side.
I don't think the bacon is fully cooked either. Like, look at that one, those ones at the end. I mean, they're not super crisp, but they're not evenly cooked. The one end seems more cooked than the other end.
Right. Well, undercooked pork products haven't hurt anybody. Actually, they've killed thousands. Ooh, good note. Good note.
Well,
but yeah, there's Tammy.
What about undercooked eggs? Because I'm really wondering about that right
poking
now.
At the yolk. She's giving a little yolk poke.
The only thing that I really see him cook on this, if you really sit and watch this, is he puts the bacon on the grill. She tends to everything else. She does a lot of the stuff, I think. I don't know. I feel like he puts the stuff on initially, and she's the one that's flipping it, because she's the one that's flipping the potatoes O'Brien. So I'm sure she's the one taking stuff off the grill as well. Although it's not shown here because, 3 minutes and 35 seconds, whatever. It's kind of sad.
The video is short. He's using a smoker. You're not supposed to use a smoker for these purposes. Like,
the sausage, the bacon is one thing, but
you get a smoker to smoke big chunks of meat, pork loins, pork roast, brisket.
I get smoking the bacon and the sausage. I get that. Putting the rolls on there, the biscuits. What is it smoke? Like, what does the smoke? Is it hickory? That's disgusting.
So going on to our hit list. So, God, everything in this video is a crime. Cooking biscuits on a smoker, cooking that much bacon for 3 people, cooking that much sausage unevenly for 3 people.
The eggs are so burned or overcooked.
Pink Chicken makes a damn fine homemade breakfast nearly every morning for us.
Yay.
And she painstakingly cuts up the potatoes, cuts up the peppers, cuts up the onions. It's lovingly done. But she does it every morning. She finds the time to do it. It's not that hard to cook fresh, simple ingredients, and it tastes wonderful. It's not waterlogged like those frozen potatoes that he's using. And don't you want to be seen doing things in a fresh, hygienic way? Like, don't you want to be seen being very clean? Because what if your neighbors see this and they're like, I don't want to eat his food. He doesn't clean his grill. Guys are supposed to take like a special obsession with their grill.
There's a difference between a seasoned grill. Their griddle looks seasoned. However, I would warm it up and just wipe it down and then put your stuff on it and then oil it, whatever. But
it just globs that found bacon grease.
Oh God, that was disgusting. At first I thought that was butter. I didn't even know what that was until you said that it was bacon grease. Mm-hmm. That makes it even more nasty to me. Oh God. Ugh.
Well, I don't know what to wish for here at this point. I don't know what to wish for.
Oh, you should wish for...
Last week we were like, all he seems to be making are condiments and sauces. When's he going to actually cook again? Now he's gone back to cooking, and we remember the nightmare that it is.
We're wishing for your mom to get the meat thermometer this Mother's Day.
All I'm telling you, if your mom was anything like the way my mom was, if you gave her a meat thermometer, she'd take your temperature with it. She wouldn't be gentle. You have to admit that Jack is inventive. He is constantly finding ways to disgust and annoy us.
And exploit the YouTube picker, I would say too, because the fundraiser thing.
Coincidental release.
With Babish.
Yeah.
And Babish had like a huge major guest on his show this week.
Yes. Imagine the hysterical consequences that will ensue when Jack tries to get his own celebrity person. You know, you can imagine the D-list celebrity or the Z-list celebrity that would deign to go on Cooking with Jack. He's gonna be like, here's our local AM radio news host /
pastor
Bob Jimson or whatever it is from Tennessee where he's at. Or Jack tries to follow trends really hard, but Jack doesn't understand what trends are or why any individual trend is a trend. All Jack knows is just vaguely grasping with his one remaining arm towards whatever he thinks is popular. Oh, and we're stealing that cartoon graphic he has of him dabbing on this. Oh yeah, we're taking that.
Hell yeah.
That's, I think, what we're gonna wrap it up there, folks. Thanks again for listening to the Pink Chicken and the Lazy Man podcast. I am Tom the Lazy Man.
And I am Michelle Pink Chicken.
Thanks for listening, folks.
Thank you.